Okay, so hear me out for a second. What if we actually just left? Like, what if every regular person, teachers, nurses, truck drivers, people stocking shelves, cleaning offices, working warehouses, what if we all just said, you know what? Fine, it's all yours. Let me tell you what would happen. And when I say the rich, I mean billionaires. Their grocery stores will shut down in 3 days. No deliveries, no one stocking shelves, no cashiers. Their kids' fancy private schools will get closed because teachers need actual paychecks. No bus drivers, no flight attendants, no mechanics. The whole country becomes this luxury hotel with no staff. Nice chandeliers, sure, but the toilets don't work. Give it a month and the economy collapses because those billion-dollar companies run on labor they refuse to value. Trash piling up everywhere. Hospitals full of patients, but no nurses. Even the military falls apart. Most recruits come from the same communities they underpay and ignore. Rich people own everything, but don't know how to do anything. They've never fixed a power line, driven a truck, or worked a night shift keeping people alive. Their world only works because we keep showing up. Take that away, and they become the one thing they fear most: irrelevant. But we can't leave this country to them because they don't know how to run it. They only know how to profit from it. If we actually stopped, they wouldn't just lose their wealth. They'd lose the illusion they were ever in control. They can't survive without us. They never could. And honestly, part of me wants to see what would happen. You work all week, pay the bills, then do it again. And somewhere along the way, you realize most of your life is spent paying for things you barely even get to enjoy. You buy a house, but you're never home because you're working to keep it. You get a car just to drive to a job that barely covers the payments. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere. And when you get sick here, that'll cost you everything. The healthcare system isn't designed to heal you. It's designed to profit off you. The sicker you are, the better their business. The food's fake. The water's not clean. Even the air feels bought and sold. And somehow, the people at the top, the ones who already have more money than they'll ever need, still tell you to work harder. We grow up chasing this thing called the American dream, but the closer you get, the more you realize it was never meant for you to catch. School didn't teach you how to live. It taught you how to obey, how to show up on time, follow orders, and not ask too many questions. Then they hand you a diploma and a bill you'll be paying off for decades. You pay taxes for a system that doesn't serve you. Your rights only matter when they're convenient, and justice, that depends on how much you can afford. And then they say, if you don't like it, leave. As if we haven't already given everything to be here. Your work matters, but your life, that's disposable. Mental health is everywhere now, but help, that costs too much. They keep you busy, keep you distracted, feed you fast food, fast fashion, fast everything, so you don't notice what's being taken from you. Survival became success, and we call this living. But really, we're just getting by. Look, most people are focused on Trump, but he's not the architect. He just opened the door. The real problem is who walked through. First, the Silicon Valley billionaires, dark MAGA. They follow dark enlightenment, Curtis Yarvin's philosophy. Their goal is corporate monarchy. They're inside the White House now. Second, the Zionist lobby, deeply embedded, more loyalty to a foreign state than to us. Third, Christian nationalists. Heritage Foundation, Project 2025. They want a theocracy. Whether you're liberal or conservative, you know something's broken. Our representatives don't represent us. They represent money and power. This isn't red versus blue. This is about who controls our government. What frustrates me is that it's not too late. If 50 to 70 million Americans united around something real, we could take it back. 2 amendments. The 28th, all elections publicly funded. No corporate money. The 29th, term limits. Being a politician can't be a career. That's the path. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to wake you up. This is bigger than any president. This is about whether our government represents us or whether we keep pretending while someone else pulls the strings. If we don't act now, we'll just keep having the same conversation every 4 years, blaming the wrong people, missing the real problem. I'm tired of watching our democracy get sold off while we argue about sides. Let's change it with amendments, with organization, with millions saying enough. We still have that power. We just have to use it. If this woke you up, don't stay silent. At what point do we stop pretending this system works? Because it doesn't. Not for most of us. We got people sleeping in their cars, can't even apply for jobs because they don't have an address to put down. Think about that. You need a home to get work, but you need work to get a home. We're watching people fall through the cracks every single day, and we're just, what? accepting it, the people making decisions don't live our reality. They don't know what it's like to choose between rent and food. They're comfortable, stable, protected, telling us how to survive struggles they've never faced. And now, 4 people are supposed to vote to release files that could change everything, but they're already playing games. They had a secret meeting in the Situation Room trying to pressure Lauren Boebert to flip her vote. That's what we're dealing with. Manipulation behind closed doors while people are suffering in the streets. Housing, food, healthcare, education. These shouldn't be luxuries. We send billions overseas every few months, but we can't take care of our own. That math doesn't add up unless you realize they don't want it to stop trying to fix this broken system. We need to build something new. Start local, feed your neighbors, protect your community, plant gardens, look out for each other, because nobody's coming to save us. We have to save ourselves. You know what I want? I want us to become absolutely intoxicated with power, real power over these corporations. I want us to pick them off one by one and destroy them. I want us to make them feel what we've been feeling. And I'm telling you this because we keep waiting. We're waiting for the right leader, waiting for new laws, waiting for someone to fix this mess. We can't keep waiting because the truth is brutal. Our government is sold out. It doesn't care about you or me. Black, white, whatever. They care about one thing, cash. So if money is all they respect, let's cut it off. Let's take it away. They put profits above human lives. You see it in healthcare costs. You see it in wages that don't pay rent. You see it everywhere. You know companies fought against paid parental leave? Not because it's bad policy, because they knew exhausted parents buy more products. They calculated your tiredness into their business model. You know the whole tax filing nightmare exists because software companies paid to keep it that way. The government knows what you owe. They could just send you a bill, but that wouldn't make anyone rich. Everything around you has been influenced by some corporation that paid for access to your wallet. Imagine how different life could be if the system actually served us instead of serving them. But it doesn't. It won't. So now it's our turn. We need to figure out which companies we're taking down. We need to coordinate. We need to be ruthless. I want us obsessed with this power. Let me ask you something. Do you actually own anything? Because I'm starting to think we don't. You buy a house, pay the full price. It's yours, right? Except every year, the government wants property taxes. And if you don't pay, they take it. The house you already bought. Same with your car. You buy it, pay sales tax, register it. Then every year you pay to renew tags. Don't pay, you get fined, could lose your license. Imagine if they did this with everything. You buy a laptop. Next day, you owe us $10 a month forever, or we take it back. You'd be furious, but we accept it with houses and cars. We don't own anything. We're renting from a system that told us this is normal. The IRS was created in 1862 during the Civil War, supposed to be temporary, but the money was too good, so they kept it. After slavery ended, black people started buying land and building wealth. The system panicked. They used tax laws as a weapon. Inflated taxes, legal seizures, over 12 million acres of black-owned land lost, not through violence, through paperwork. 1913, income tax became permanent, sold as make the rich pay. But the rich got lawyers. The middle class got the bill. 1943, payroll withholding. Taxes taken straight from your check before you see it. War ended. Deductions stayed. Now the IRS funds everything while billionaires use loopholes and regular people get penalties for missing forms. You don't own your house. You don't own your car. You're just paying for the privilege to keep them. Share this video and make people aware of this dark system.